Well, howdy there, friends. Welcome back to Role Playing Unlimited presents Star Wars What If 2023, the abridged version. I am your host, Tragically HP, coming to you live from the 100th Meridian. We're going to get this show started off shortly here, jump into the live chat, and see just what this coalescence is all about, friends. Don't go anywhere, we'll see you shortly. Everybody be very quiet. I'm hunting player characters.
The innings right now.
You said
And-
baseball, right?
Yeah, and whoever wins this plays Florida for the national championship.
Well, I hope whoever it is manages to destroy Florida and send them to the void from whence they came.
Which one of
I
these
don't-
planets is Florida? I'm not seeing it on the map.
Space Florida.
Yeah.
Also notice, as a space Florida would probably just be Felucia.
Felucia. Sure it's not Dagobah? Or is that a...
Well, that's true. There is a dark side presence on Dagobah.
Well, welcome back, friends. It's been 2 weeks, and we are back here at Star Wars What If 2023. And we are on Session 2 of the Coalescence. We began this Tuesday with Open Table Tuesday night, Session 1. And today, our Discord server got a huge wealth of information as to what the Coalescence actually is. If you've not yet seen it and you are in our Discord server, the channel is named The Coalescence. You can't miss it. It's in the pertinent channels near the top. Recommended reading for sure if you are in any of the 10 tabletop games that I am currently running. Yes, 10.
My God.
Now here, to pick up where we last left off, our characters had just finished a what was supposed to be a simple pickup and drop-off job from the what was once known as the settlement of Drongar, basically an asteroid with a couple of townships and settlements constructed on it. Oh, looks like I lost it. There we go. And from there, we were given the task by local crime lord Jormi to head to the world of Ziost. A little bit of out-of-game lore. That is one of the home worlds of the Sith. And upon arriving there, our job became infinitely more complicated as the ship we were in came under fire. We were forced to jettison in the escape pod. That escape pod was then captured and brought on board the ship that was attacking. Our characters were knocked unconscious or disabled in the case of our droid. And when they awoke, they were aboard this spiffy YT-2400 operated by a gang of Rhodians, who our characters had been told to be on the lookout for, because they were also interested in whatever this cargo was that our characters were supposed to pick up. After dispatching with the Rhodians and taking custody of the ship, our characters were a bit surprised to find that in the cargo hold of the 2400 was none other than a figure frozen in carbonite, a Yuuzhan Vong, to be precise. And that brings us to where we were last session, as our characters spent a fair amount of time debating just what the next move was going to be before things got a little heated when a Hutt warship arrived, presumably to meet up with the Rhodians and take possession of the cargo. Instead of taking possession of the cargo, our characters were able to activate their brand new hyperspace engines and make their way back to Drongar, where upon docking in our little settlement and meeting with Jormy, the crime lord, in person. It's not often this guy gets out, unless it's just an exquisite event. He loves to party, and he loves to make money doing all sorts of illicit shit. He and Loke Dog from Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood, they share a common family tree. So to meet Jormy in the flesh was a bit of a shock, but he was very grateful, very friendly to the characters. Took them to a private booth in a local bar where we could share a drink and discuss our next moves. Primarily, of course, the characters are getting paid for this. We're getting these fussy neck collars off that supposedly are going to blow our heads off if we do anything other than what Jormy said. So, yes, this was a job we took of our own volition, but because Jormy's a crime lord and doesn't really know our characters, there was a bit of an insurance policy in place. For our characters, the primary goal was, what do we got to do to get this ship? Because it's bitchin', we fought for it. Yeah, we did kind of get the ship you loaned us destroyed, but that was a piece of shit. It didn't even have a frickin' a laser cannon on it. It was just completely bereft of any attack or defense. And no sooner were we able to get into these conversations before the station at Drongar was basically flipped up over end, and our characters were tossed around inside of the cantina where we were. Looking outside of the viewports on the occasion that we were able to find it, we spotted a world in immediate vicinity of the asteroid. There is no world in this sector. Drongar is the only settlement of interest for a good ways. So to see a planet suddenly right next door, essentially making the asteroid a satellite object in its orbit, was certainly alarming, and it was entering that orbit so abruptly is what caused the station to just kind of flip end over end as it did. And perhaps most alarmingly about this planet, aside from its sudden arrival, is the fact that every square inch of it that our characters could see is on fire. This world is burning. It has obviously come under some kind of planetary bombardment. You got to imagine, what could have done this? This is either a fleet of Star Destroyers spending a few days constantly firing at this planet, or maybe a quartet of Super Star Destroyers, if there's even any left at this point in the timeline. And our characters are able to get back onto the ship and escape the ruined asteroid before they are sucked into the vacuum of space as the atmosphere is coming apart and the settlement is being ripped to shreds. And no sooner do we get on the ship to take stock of this burning world in front of us than our characters all sense a presence behind them. This presence being none other than the Yuuzhan Vong, who had been frozen in carbonite a mere few hours prior to that. This is where we are tonight, friends. We are picking up right from this point. We got a burning planet right next to us here. We've got a Yuuzhan Vong on board our ship, just standing there observing your characters. It does not have any obvious weapons in hand. It doesn't have one of those living snake staffs that you've heard about. It doesn't have a bandolier of living bugs that it can pick up and toss at you and cause to shred you to death or knock you unconscious, like throwing a super high intensity baseball at you, or exploding. Their bugs can do it all, just like your grenades can. This creature, obviously, its visage, the fact that if you're not aware of who the Yuuzhan Vong are and what their faith requires of them, they believe that pain is the way to attain their true enlightenment. So the more deformed and bioorganically replaced that a Yuuzhan Vong is, the closer they are to the gods. Some of them will have a hand lopped off and replaced with a claw from another creature. Some of them will take an eye out and replace it with something else that's like a miniature creature that can spit acid. It's crazy the lengths that these aliens will go to, but one thing they all share in common are just a multitude of scars and, in many cases, open wounds that they just kind of let do their thing. They'll open the wound and whatever happens, happens. That's kind of how, just one little glimpse into the Yuuzhan Vong there. And this one standing behind us is no exception.
So, does he look injured from my perspective?
He does not look injured. He is kind of hunched a tad bit, which is perhaps indicative of some exhaustion from being in carbonite freeze for whoever knows how long. That's a typical side effect.
I'm going to roll up to him and just scan him to see if there's anything that I could do to make him feel better.
Well, go ahead and roll, I guess, a treat injury.
Uh, 21.
Okay, and for our other 4 characters on board the ship, let's get perception checks as the droid begins to roll up to our new companion here.
Well, right now trying to figure out the numbers. Sorry. No. Why am I saying this? Sorry.
Thank you all for hitting me with those views early on the stream here. It is pretty awesome. Don't worry too much about the level up thing. The main thing I need from you guys tonight is better defense and attack output. I know we got to look everything up, and I don't want to spend our entire session going through that, as it's kind of a like 5th priority deal on the list of things going on tonight. If you're able to get it done in its completion, which is going to require you to find your talents, your feats, and all that stuff online, unless you happen to have the books in hand, more power to you. The primary thing right now is update the level to 5, because that's going to activate the macro across the character sheet to bump everything on your sheet up by 1 or 2, depending on your training in it or not. And additionally, if you can take a glimpse of your base character class, adjust your base attack bonus accordingly. Alrighty, so perception. Whoa, Sean busting out a natural 20 on the perception. All right, 20, 20, 20, natural 20. Okay. So the four of you obviously have more in your character's legends and lore than this droid does in its databanks pertaining to how droids and, or more specifically, how Yuuzhan Vong respond to droids. Note that the Vong are entirely bioorganic. They do not use any technology whatsoever. They, in fact, consider it the most extreme sort of blasphemy to even interact with a droid, and most of them are effectively commissioned by their pantheon to destroy all mechanic life forms, for lack of a better term, on sight. So as this droid begins rolling up to the Vong, all four of you are just like, oh shit! And the droid pops out its little medical scanner and just kind of runs it over the Vong, and whether you're responding or gritting your teeth at this point, it is perhaps a bit alarming that the Vong just kind of looks down at the droid with a level of curiosity instead of, oh, you're fucking dead. And alright, the Yuuzhan Vong speaks in its native tongue, which I know for a fact none of your characters speak, so it's kind of a, huh? And, Amber, it's, I'm gonna need a pilot check from you, please.
And I'm not able to assist because I am scanning the Yuuzhan Vong.
Correct. If you're still scanning it and trying to determine anything medically wrong with it, which your initial scans are revealing that it just seems to be a minor case of carbonite sickness. This creature was likely not frozen for very long. And Voth, I'm gonna need you to roll a co-pilot check, please.
Now, would I possibly know his language?
Absolutely not.
No.
No, not a single one of you. If somebody was playing a protocol droid, it's possible due to their extensive language database, but this is probably the first Vong sighting in about a century.
I think I'm part protocol droid on my mother's side.
Are you trying to convince me that you're as useless as an asshole right here? Well, guess what? You just fucking convinced me. Anybody know that movie?
It sounds familiar.
What the bloody hell did the dude say? Is anyone concerned about the fact that it's speaking in the language of, like, dead universe's deities coming out from the voidic realms of at least 20 different hells from various dead societies that went extinct 1 million years ago because they worshipped some sun god and then it blew up on their asses? Is anyone concerned about the fact this thing is going at us? Seriously, did it just tell us to get our ass to Mars or something?
It says, I'm very hungry. I just came out of carbonite freeze, and I need you to stop at Wendy's for a double and a frosty.
Well, I won't.
For real, suddenly the Olive Garden I had just a little while ago doesn't taste as good. Alrighty. So, Voth is co-piloting, Amber is piloting, and perhaps Nisha is, as he is questioning the rest of his party as to the evolution of events here, you're perhaps a bit alarmed to note that Tress is in the pilot seat and piloting your brand new YT-2400 right towards the burning planet. And our Trandoshan, who has never shown any interest or aptitude for piloting whatsoever, is sitting in the co-pilot seat just like, yep, let's do this! The droid continues to scan the Yuuzhan Vong, and then meanwhile, Kar and Nisha are kind of watching the Vong on one side of them, and then behind them now, assuming that you're facing the Vong, you've got your other two party members just seemingly like, I want to check out this world super close up while it explodes, because this'll be fun.
Now, would I be able to sense that there is something going on, like with the, like we're going too close to this burning planet?
How do you mean? And beyond the ship's alarms screaming, turn back, or what?
Yeah, like that's, I mean, like, so once I notice that, I understand that this Yuuzhan Vong, there's nothing wrong with it.
Correct.
I'm gonna go ahead and wheel over to co-pilot seat and take over.
Okay. Well, 1 second. You do have a rather large Trandoshan sitting in the co-pilot seat right now. It might make it a little difficult to access the controls in the Scomp link from that point. Sean, I can say for your part, you do not want to let anybody in this co-pilot seat. And that goes doubly for Tress in the pilot's chair right there. Nobody is taking over this ship right now. In fact, let's get another pair of rolls from the both of you as we plunge closer into the well.
Can I try and stick my little key into the dash? I would assume I have a little bit of reach.
You have reach, it's just you have to be in that position and it doesn't like bend that way. Effectively, you need to displace the Trandoshan to get to be in position, so it's a different roll necessary before that comes up.
Okay, well that's what I'm going to try and do.
Okay, well, let's just see.
Because I understand now that shit is about to go south super fast. And all my alarms on my droid are going off. Like I'm sounding like a police siren, trying to get everybody's attention to move.
I think we're going to be looking at... Oh, good. There's a grapple button. So, yes, opposed grapple checks here for the two of you. Should be off to the right of the character sheet here. So, an 8 for the droid.
I mean, I am a droid.
And then for Sean... Get off me!
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Alright. And for Kar, let's have you make an opposed grapple check against our astromech as well, as suddenly you feel the overwhelming compulsion to take that on switch and turn it off.
So you want me to roll again?
yes, this time it's going to be versus Mike here, who is all of a sudden coming up. Oh my dear goodness!
Oh boy.
And the droid has been shut off for the time being. Natural fucking 20, Mike. Holy crap.
Did it have to be Zen?
And for Nisha and Kar at this point, this is a quite a fascinating plummet into a fiery torrent of burning planet and oh dear god.
What just happened?
Yep, you're not quite sure why people are doing what they're doing. You do kind of feel like it's okay, but none of what anybody is doing makes sense. Voth taking the co-piloting seat, Tresh just aimlessly piloting into the planet without telling any of you, and then Kar stepping up and trying to just actively turning off the droid for no reason. It seems like it's okay, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to any of you at this point. And let's just check how well this goes. Oh, gracious. That's gonna be... Where's that button? There it is. Oof! Yes, the heat of the world around us is causing the alarms to sound even louder at this point, as the shields have now effectively been burned through by the sheer heat of what you are flying through.
Would the vehicular combat feat come into play here? Or is that just like ship to ship?
Post it up.
If we're gonna... Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I gotta look the feedback.
If we're gonna catch on fire in this flying bucket and, explode, can someone at least shut that damn noise off so we don't have a migraine while we're doing it?
Well, suddenly Nisha feels very compelled to mess around with the computer terminal there, which is normally where the droid station would be. You're not certain that you know exactly how to turn off the alarms, but try a use computer.
Okay, it does specify weapon attack.
Oh, weapon attack, gotcha. Not
Oh, never mind.
atmospheric or ramming speed, what have you.
It's in new feed. I wanted to double check.
Look at that, you got the alarms to turn off.
Oh, finally.
And then the backup alarms come on to let you know this is not a drill. You have 4 seconds to reach minimum impact. 4 seconds. Oh dear God. And, well, thankfully it's not impact, as Tress does not appear to be that suicidal. She does pilot at an alarming rate of speed right down to the surface of the world, and sets the vehicle not on the ground, because that would just be instant fucking obliteration for all of you, but rather maybe 10 meters, 20 meters high, to where the floor underneath you is almost instantly starting to turn a bright shade of red. And in addition, yes, you do get a force point resets on level up. In addition to the ship's alarms going off, there is now an alarm letting you know that the docking ramp is being opened while the ship is in flight, which is absolutely a no-no. People don't open the fucking door when you're in flight. And it's at this point that all of you, whatever compulsion that you are under, instantly snaps away, just as if what was a moment ago the best idea you'd ever had is just like, what the hell was I just doing? And let's have each of you roll perception check.
Except for the droid, because nobody wants to turn me back on.
Wow.
I did ask in games that what I would need to roll to turn him back on.
Yeah, once you are free of the compulsion, it's a simple matter of I turn the droid back on, although I do imagine being 50 feet or so above the burning planet may be a little more of a priority, but I'll leave that to you. At least for now, let's get the perception checks. We're missing one from... oh yeah, Sean said he'd be back. But for the two of you who got over an 18, you do catch a glimpse on the ship's external camera just before it melts off of the Yuuzhan Vong that was in Carbonite, and then on your ship is now jumping off of the docking ramp onto the surface of the world. And once that Vong's feet leave contact with your ship is the moment that that compulsion snaps free of all of your characters. And what you gonna do, brother?
So, why did he just jump off the friggin' ship?
Well, I assume he wanted to ride.
He jumped into fire. He jumped into fire. Is he crazy?
I turned the droid back on. That's why my perception was a 16.
Gotcha. Droid is turned on. The floor is getting hotter.
Okay. Is the Yuuzhan Vong off of the ship now?
Well, people are all in different positions than they were a moment ago, and the Yuuzhan Vong is nowhere to be seen.
Okay. Can I skimper my way over to the computers?
Alrighty.
And then as I do that, I'm going to pretty much close... Well, try and use the computers to close the hatch door
Okay.
and get us out of the atmosphere.
Okay. Go ahead, do the use computer. Is anybody else doing anything to try to get us out of this situation?
He's just gonna try to do some power rerouting for the drive systems.
That's a 26.
I'll help man the stick if they need the extra strength.
Great, I think I just broke our toilets permanently.
Oh, we jettisoned the fucking escape pod. We could have used that thing.
Oops.
Holy crap.
Ye-
We may have to buy a new one.
You hear the droid yelling, and if anybody can understand the droid, it's saying, "Stop touching buttons."
Oh, he wasn't. I'm not touching buttons. I'm trying to.
Don't
Somebody
touch
touched the
the
hyperspace button.
I didn't.
touch the ship.
Well, any conversation is going to be delayed for about 10 seconds, as any of you who were not braced or ready for a sudden lurch into hyperspace, let's get a dexterity check out of you. If you're plugged into a computer or seated somewhere at a computer terminal doing anything of that nature, assume you're reasonably restrained. But if you're walking around, if you're trying to figure shit out, then yeah, odds are you're completely caught off guard by this.
I would have still been in the pilot's chair, right?
I don't know, because you were rolling mechanics. I'm trying to figure out what you're doing with mechanics at the pilot seat. You roll pilot at the pilot seat. Mechanics goes in the engineer's compartment.
I must have bumped it on my way. I had to step away for a second. I'm sorry.
Gotcha, no worries. So Nisha is okay. Tress in that spot. Okay, well, this the ship has not gone into hyperspace. The planet has gone into hyperspace, and you just happen to kind of be getting carried along in a very strange position. It's almost as if when you normally go into hyperspace, let's say there's a bit of an asteroid rock that gets caught in your wake as you go into hyperspace, and that little bit of rock is just constantly tumbling about and about and about, while the rest of you in hyperspace on your big luxurious ship are just fine. Except this time the planet is the big luxurious ship, and you are all the tiny little rock that is getting tossed around in the midst of hyperspace. So, conversation may absolutely be had. Any checks that are done at this point are likely done with a hefty penalty. And we are also probably looking at, for any of us with a digestive system, some vomititis checks coming up here in the near future.
So I noticed that everything is going haywire. We are stuck in a very peculiar situation. So I'm going to try and stabilize the ship and get out of the field that we are in.
So Namasikon has picked up your DoorDash order and is on the way. Woo! That would be a pilot check there for AD. And if Tress is likewise trying to do the same to steady the ship in the midst of being put through the wash cycle here, by all means. And yep. It is a constant battle at this point because the forces that are spinning you around and knocking you about are so wild and unpredictable that no sooner do you kind of find a sweet spot before you get shoved out of it. So you're not sure how long this planet's going to be in hyperspace, but this is definitely not the way you want to ride this journey out, like just constantly white-knuckling it the whole way.
Now, instead of this might be a little far-fetched. Instead of me, the droid, using the pilot check, can I use a computer system to try and stabilize the ship?
Use computer would not work with piloting. That's a different set of systems entirely in skill checks.
Do I notice anything that is broken that will keep us from getting out of where we are at?
Nothing is particularly broken. The shields are all kinds of effed up, and you're still taking residual heat damage just being on the planet, as it were, as it's being launched through hyperspace. But there's nothing wrong with your ship that is preventing you from getting out. It's just that ships are not built to withstand this kind of trauma.
Can I try and bring the shields back up?
You would need to go back over to the computer station, which is where Nisha currently is. I was presuming trying to do that with the mechanics, because the shields is what we're needing right now.
I'm gonna attempt another run of those.
Let's just spread the love here, though, because I feel like the droid is like playing the Bugs Bunny first base, second base, third base, outfield, infield catcher, and everybody else is just kind of sitting here going like, "Whoa!"
Oh yeah. He's hanging on here. So I'm gonna do another round here with mechanics to try to help out with that job there. At least from the hardware side of things, while he can take care of the computer side of things.
Try your mechanics.
And there we go.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. In addition to Trescott pilot there. Yep. Anybody else have any ideas as to how to stabilize or possibly free from this predicament?
So the co-pilot seat, does that also have a joystick that moves at the same time, like a plane? Or...
It does.
All right. Can I assist somehow with my strength to help pull us out?
You can. The way it would work in this system is you would also roll a pilot check. You're aiming to beat a DC 10, and if you do, then you're going to add a +2 to Amber's checks.
Hey, squeaked in.
It's close, but you got it.
Oh, did the mechanics check work?
It did in a respect. We're kind of running into a stabilization issue here, where basically, by the mechanics of the Saga Edition, with your roll, you're able to restore like between 5 and 10 shield points instead of hit points. But the damage that the heat is doing on a consistent basis is constantly washing that out.
So basically, I have to keep redoing it, basically, right?
It's kind of the same issue we're running into with the pilot check at this moment, is that, yeah, we can kind of briefly stabilize, but there's no sweet spot that we can just kind of sit in and take a moment to gauge our bearings and take a breath. It's just instantly like, oh, now we gotta roll another it's all very reactive right now.
I'm gonna keep, every time the cycle comes through, I'm gonna do another one then, every time.
Gotcha. Now, for AD, did you want to focus on pilot or use computer?
I could focus on the used computer since we do need the shields.
For sure. And it's a tad system breaking, but so is the whole frickin' circumstance that we find ourselves in at this moment. Go ahead and roll a mechanics check to supplement that mechanics check as opposed to helping like Car is doing.
24.
24, 25. So effectively about the same, able to restore another 5 to 10 on a consistent basis. We're still looking at a lot. Hey, darling, how are you? Thank you. We're still looking at a lot of residual heat damage on a consistent basis. And another issue that we are almost immediately running into that is further indicative of the doomed state of this world is that it's starting with trees and boulders that are kind of just getting uprooted and tossed into the void of hyperspace and beyond, as this burning world seems to almost double its speed in hyperspace here, almost as if desperate to get somewhere before its imminent doom. And if it's starting with trees and boulders, we can kind of put it together in our heads, the escalation from that point. But long story short there, haha, not a phrase I'm familiar with. The heat is constantly burning away at your shields, but now we've got some light debris also starting to impact on occasion. So does anybody have a fantastic idea or a natural 20 up their sleeves here? Because a nat 20 might get us something.
I mean, we need to get
more than a band-aid.
We need to get out of here, so I guess I'll go ahead and try mechanics again. Or use computers, whichever one.
For sure. In your case, it would be use computer. Nisha he's not actually at the same terminal as you. I'm guessing he's probably more in the engineering compartment in the back, basically doing the same thing, but from a more direct route as opposed to using the terminal up at the front.
Yeah, at this point, he's essentially, because I figure we don't really need the guns right now, so he's pulling power from the weapons to try to keep the shields bolstered. Since, I mean, we're in the middle of a nightmare, and he can easily just plug the proper cables back in if we still need the guns, so he's rerouting power right now in that way. Just, pray he doesn't pull the power from the toilets.
In the panic, they try to pull the plug. The system goes live at August 29th.
There's another one for that one, by the way. So you just hear a lot of yelling and subtleties and like either.
Alrighty. Well, the good news, I suppose, if you want to look at it that way, is the ship survived and you survived. We might have been able to do so in a slightly better state had we had a very lucky die roll at hand, and I intentionally didn't remind you of this because I didn't want to kind of cheese our way out, and these are very valuable too, so you want to save them for perhaps, I don't know, I dare say something more extreme than this, but something more extreme than this. Your destiny points. If you expend a destiny point, it gives you an automatic natural 20 on whatever it is that you're trying to roll. But not only that, it can be used for, I want to say, 4 or 5 effects in total. One of the coolest things it can be used for is to give yourself an instant turn in the initiative, which I stumbled upon this little hack years ago playing a Sith Lord. I took my turn with my 3-4 attacks and beat the shit out of the party, and then I spent a destiny point and took another turn right after that, because why the F not? So, destiny points, yeah, in a term like this, you can be like, I'm going to spend it and get a natural 20 on this pilot check, or this used computer, or this mechanics, and yeah, the ship's going to be in a little bit better condition, but maybe not something you want to waste such a valuable resource on. But definitely a system reminder that those do exist, and you get 1 per level, so considering each of you just had a few levels up here, yeah, that's a nice little boost of destiny points across the party that we just got there. And I suppose the best way to introduce this is picture yourself on a boat in a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls, you answer quite slowly. The girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Yeah, if you have any I don't know, if you have any kind of medication, or you got a drink there nearby, or you're a 420 fan like me, this is an effect very similar to the wooziest of those moments, especially when you start seeing that spiraling kaleidoscope effect. And add on to that the sheer panic and terror of being trapped in the wake of this burning world and unable to escape for it for the better part of like a half an hour or so is what all of our rolls here have kind of accumulated towards. And suddenly the whoosh of hyperspace, the quickly passing stars that we are all familiar with, comes to an instant halt as we get the briefest glimpse of, is that Coruscant? That's Coruscant! And then just as soon as that happens, the planet lurches back into hyperspace, except unsuccessfully, which is where the kaleidoscopic vertigo topsy-turvy reality is about to come into play here, where hyperspace is replaced by a different reality entirely, as you are now shifting through system to system. And not everybody's favorite movie, but if you remember episode 9, when they start light speed skipping, or light speed hopping as they're calling it, this is effectively what we're doing, except we're doing it with a planet. And once again, we are just kind of a fly on the wall watching all of this go on, as the planet does indeed in this process meet its imminent doom. And fortunately, something, I don't know if you want to call it fortunate, something in the process of this travel, this transition, it does break you free of the destruction of the world of Zonama Seacot. You think, unless you've all just died and gone to a different reality. Because in the midst of your light speed skipping from, oh look, it's Dagobah, oh shit, it's Yavin 4, hey, we're over here back at Mimban, oh, it's a dead world that Darth Nihilus ate a few centuries ago, hey, it's Mandalore, oh, what's going on with that Hutt fleet over there? Now we are on a luscious green planet with rocky mountains, and all of the alarms are continually screaming out now. Our best efforts to keep shields up, to keep systems operational. We don't have the manpower for this at this point because, yeah, now we got the shields up. Oh shit, we just lost flight controls. Somebody get over there and restore flight controls. Crap, power's out over in engine number 2. Fuck, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We have absolutely no time to respond to anything here. Aside from, Nisha, let me get a quick mechanics check here. Ooh, the Star Wars Christmas special. You do see Princess Leia singing in the distance.
There you go.
Mechanics of 13. Let's go 2 out of 3.
You want the droid to do it too, since I'm on the mechanics also?
Not in. Well, you know what? Gimme.
There you go. 2 out of 3.
Oh, very nice. That matches up.
Did I roll pilot at all?
That matches up. Give me a pilot's check as well. And same thing from you there, AD. Give me a 2 out of 3, please. Amber, just 1, please, though.
Am I still getting the +2 from car?
Yes, you do. Okay. So
I only have a +11.
Fucking badass, bro. So Tress is screaming that she has no controls here as you're just watching the ship plummet imminently to a at least it'll be a more beautiful demise. You'll kind of die in a quaint green knoll instead of just incinerated beyond recognition on the ashes of Zonama Seacot. And in
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. So it's at this moment where you're both at different systems on the ship trying to get the flight controls established, and we're kind of realizing that you're stepping on each other's toes here a little bit as one of you gets access, but then the other one hits the button a little bit too quickly and it actually backs you out of it. And you're both on the same screen fighting for controls here, just in different locations on the ship. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And finally, you both get something activated. The only thing is that you're not sure which of you got the flight controls activated and which of you just fired off a double burst from the ship's laser cannons aimlessly into... what the fuck is that? Tress and Carr are the only ones that have a fair look at this thing as the laser cannons from the ship just blast right into an ultra fucking Dracolich. See you soon, friends!
Oh, damn, what? The hell?
Can I get one table where I'm not fighting a dragon?
Yeah, Monday. We're fighting a power armored badass at level 20.
Don't say that, because he'll have a dragon.
And I don't want to say his name too many times and call him here like Beetlejuice.
Do it.
Also, he might have a mind flayer as backup.
Yeah, his teleport skill is established. Let's not risk it.
Do it anyway.
So, anybody got a plan?
Crashing.
You know what? I think we could follow that plan.
I had no control over the ship with a 26 pilot roll. I don't know what's going on.
That scenery looks super familiar.
Yeah, it does. What the?
Oh my god, remember we got buzzed, the Drake was buzzed by a ship crashing? Are we the ship that buzzed the Drake? Is that why I'm here?
I was on the ground fighting the dragon. Now I'm in the air fighting the dragon. This is very confusing.
So what day's campaign is this?
Tuesdays.
Do I get to finally fight this dragon for once?
Because I've been hearing about this, but Tuesdays I'm kind of busy, so I can't really catch it.
Yeah, Tuesdays is with our third fight with this bad boy.
Yeah, this is definitely the map from Tuesday.
Hi guys, I'm from Tuesday.
Hi.
Are you our
Your wife?
secret guest?
I'm requested to be here. I'm not sure if I'm the secret guest, but I am a guest.
Yeah, I think we're
I'm
both
the
here for
one
the
like
same
that
reason.
on the side, yes.
Well, hi guys, I'm here too.
Welcome. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. This is awkward. I'm back.
Oh yeah, look, I am on the map still.
Nobody's paying attention to the droid.
Oh shit, we have characters up in the top right of the map. I just noticed.
Yeah, see, there's Ari.
The dragon was like 200 feet in the air. I was riding its back. There was a griffin, I think, that could keep up, but the brooms weren't keeping up.
Well, we haven't tried with the brooms yet. We kind of ended it as we got it, so.
Okay, so who's good with guns? Because it's not me.
I am.
I am.
I've got a gun too.
No.
I'm asking because the ship has big-ass guns that will probably be the most useful here.
Well, I better reroute the power back to them now.
I was going to say if they're functioning.
I'm gonna do a quick mechanics check to try to get the guns back in place here. Because remember, I did reroute power from them to the shields. And the accidental shot was earlier, but they probably were like half juice.
Well, if we're landed, we don't need the engine, so you can always take from there.
That's true. Oh, hopefully that will do it. Now, I do wonder, because I see those people, does that mean I have to add my character too, or? I wonder what's going on.
I have no idea.
I'm telling you, remember on Tuesday the dragon was buzzed by a ship that was like flying by?
Yeah.
I think that the Star Wars people were that ship. So where he is cross, it's just a Tuesday, Thursday
It's a crossover. Yeah. Yep.
Well, at least I finally get to fight the damn thing with something.
This is the first time I've seen any of this. And hey guys, if this is the crossover episode, that means the next episode will be the beach episode.
Oh my.
Looking forward to that one. I want some weirdly named Star Wars drinks on a beach.
So Nisha's fixing the guns. What are the rest of us gonna do?
I'm gonna punch it.
It's 200 feet in the air. I'd love to see you punch it.
I have a jump of 11 plus jump boots on my armor.
That's not jumping, that's jetpacking.
Sorry, jump servos on my armor, not jump boots. But yes.
That sounds like cheating with extra steps.
That's Star Wars, baby!
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hey, Ripper.
Oh, is that who I think it is on the left side?
Hi.
It is who I think it is on the left side.
Welcome to the CW Infinite World crossover finale.
Finale?
All of us should be able to kill this stupid dragon.
This is just that mid-season Arrowverse crossover introducing the new series.
Does this mean I get to
Welcome
play 2 characters?
to the Coalescence.
Same question.
I would say focus on one, at least for the remainder of tonight's session. We are going to have 2 characters for some of us, but maybe give one of them your time priority when it comes to taking their turn. The other can kind of have a whatever kind of turn, movement, quick attack, maybe switch off every so often.
Okay.
So this is gonna be a little tricky here, because this game page is built with Star Wars Saga Edition, and we have a lot of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons characters on this side of the map in particular. So if you have not already joined into the Star Wars page, I think everybody has, right?
Looks like a lot of us
Yes.
are there, yeah.
Okay, check if you are able to move your token around here on the Star Wars board. If you are, fantastic. That's all you need to do with it on the Star Wars board. Your mechanics, your character sheet, none of that is here on this game page. You're gonna
So
need
open
to
up the
log into
Tuesday game.
Tuesday on a different tab. And I have the map open there as well. Let's see. Well, I have it open. I don't have it set for any of you. And now it is. This should be a copy of the map we're looking at here. So if I switch it over to that, and then on the live stream, we're seeing that as well. It's the same map 2 times. We're just going to have, when Star Wars characters are activating, they're going to take their turns. The big thing is you're going to be responsible for your movement of both tokens on both maps. So if you're a D&D character, after you finish your turn on the D&D map, just move your token on the Star Wars map to represent where you are now, so that things are still accurate, if that makes sense.
I understood you.
And then likewise, for our Star Wars characters, I believe Mike and Whip are going to need invites to that page, so that they are likewise able to move their tokens around on the opposite side. Otherwise, I think our other 3 players are already in that Tuesday game who are here on Thursday. This worked out on so many levels, the number of players who are playing on both Tuesday and Thursday. The plot that I've been building with all of this for, not even going to go into how long. And the fact that literally yesterday, as I'm considering all of these pieces together, I text like how many of you and ask if you can be a special guest star in Star Wars. And you're all available!
That's awesome.
Here I thought I was playing Jabba. Denied.
Yeah, but it ain't no Star Wars, friends! I mean, it is, but it ain't. You still got your D&D character, and Tuesday night session will continue on with some bolstered support from Thursday night Star Wars What If, and Star Wars What If is very much like, what the fuck is happening here now? And let's just do some brief, and I don't care how long this takes, if it's not brief at all, let's do some character introductions. One thing that we did not cover in the kaleidoscopic journey, intentionally so, take into consideration that during all of that, your characters may have been knocked unconscious or disabled once or twice for a few minutes here and there. Somewhere during that journey, we have the return of Tessara, and we are not putting an end to that. That story, much like the story of the painting, is going to be explored kind of backwards up to this current point going forward, rather than making Terry wait however many weeks to get her character back in the action. We have her right here, and just to make things a bit easier, since we are beaming in more support from above, we are going to say temporary farewells to our Kender Griffin Rider here. Off to the west above the river. Terry can focus on her primary character that she didn't get to play this past week. And
She's taking a nice break, apparently.
Right, something was going on. So let's take a look-see at our Star Wars characters here first. Our superheroic droid. I don't know if this is a color combination you imagined. It turns out I have like 50 of these droids, so if you had a different color in mind, I might be able to make that happen for you, buddy.
I like it.
I thought it looked pretty cool. We also have Tress, our pilot. Just kind of went with something pretty and pretty cool.
That works for me.
Unfortunately, I do not have a YT-2400, so this is our downed ship, our crashed ship that is just kind of sunk into its own little canyon in the middle of the field, way out to the east side of the map. Car looks suspiciously like one Baze Malbus from Rogue One. Pretty frickin' badass with his vacuum cleaner on his back.
My Roll-20 just died. I'll be back in a second.
Womp womp. And for
no ghost.
for Sean, I was able to get an actual Trandoshan, so that worked out pretty well. It does happen to look exactly like Bosk, but what you gonna do? I don't know where Nisha got this from. This might be an epic side quest story all on its own, but for some reason...
Oh, so he upgraded from the DC-17 to the E11. Nice!
And he's also stolen a Jawa's outfit.
Night vision goggles there for the glowing effect with the eyes, too.
Heading back over to this section of the map, of course, none of this would exist if it weren't for the Ultra Dracolich itself, who, if you were reading into the Coalescence story earlier today, they have a new phylactery out there. So we will find out possibly more about that later on. We have sitting pretty with 3 hit points right here, Mr. Twinkleberry Snodsworth, joining us also from Monday and Tuesday nights. And he was riding on the back of the dragon before the double laser blast from Nisha sends Theron just flying off onto the shore side some 60 feet away. Huge inconvenience for somebody with 900,000 movement speed. Unfortunately, Tariq is the only one I could not get in for tonight. He runs his game on Thursday nights, so I did not ask him to be here for tonight, but we do have enough characters as it is, and the nature of the open table games, he can teleport back to the ship in the middle of the combat, but we do have Amphith, so Sean's got a double character thing here, as well as Ari, who is flying behind him. We've got Arm Ripper, who is flying at a bit of a lower altitude than the other characters, primarily due to, well, he's a hefty boy.
I'm happy.
And Asilatim, The Magnificent over on the southwest side of the map, last seen notably near a urine-soaked spot in the field somewhere around here that said Doom. Your doom is here.
Yep.
Someone did a party.
And we also have Farmed rejoining us. He was here at the beginning of Tuesday night and was one of many characters who vanished away, prompting a guffaw from the dragon, who thought it had an easy fight on its hands. Even gave the characters time to drink potions, restore their wounds, before they entered into combat. And then in the midst of that combat, we had some more reinforcements join. And about 3 rounds in, the ship flew overhead from west to east, crashed a few hundred feet off in the distance. We have a plethora of new characters spilling out, if for no other reason, excuse me, than to see what's going on out here, because it's not every day in the Star Wars universe that you run into a Dracolich. Maybe every other day. But nevertheless, we do have a combat to get back into here, and thank goodness Westy kept track of the initiative order from Tuesday, so we can populate that and then add our new participants.
Was that you said the tracker gets a bonus, right?
You do get the minor bonuses for each time you do the timekeeper, I think it is.
I always keep note of that stuff, so I know what I got going into a day.
Very cool, very cool. And I think...
hello, welcome.
I've lost the playlist, so let's get some new music going here. And it does appear that in the midst of this wave of reinforcements on your party's behalf, way off in the distance to the southeast, another blue dragon approaches. Considerably smaller, obviously living, perhaps an adult blue dragon, if you had to guess.
And we can all see that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is, it's still pretty bright day out here, so line of sight, I'm thinking... Oh yeah, that's only 200-something feet away. Easy peasy. So yes, indeed, let's rebuild this turn order here. It's going to take us a few moments.
A question as you're doing that.
Yeah.
Because I had haste on the Kinder, can we transfer that to Summer Girl's other character?
Yes.
Okay, so Summer Girl, you're still hasted.
Sweet, thank you.
As a real quick thing, I have to AFK for about 5 minutes. I will be right back.
Sure.
Sorry.
No worries.
You need us to roll initiative on the Star Wars side?
It's going to take me a while to build this
I think
anyway.
he's going to build it on both.
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative on the Star Wars side, and then I will build that on the D&D side after we're done. Right now, I'm building everything on the Star Wars side first, so...
The Tuesday map tunes seem to be locked in place.
Gotcha.
I can't move.
I will.
I can move the Star Wars guys, but I can't move the Tuesdays guys.
Oh, yeah, true.
I will. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I think I copied a new map over. I'll fix that. Okay, so car is.
I can move the character on both, but I only have the character sheet on the Open Table Tuesday. But you
That's
want us
correct.
to roll initiative on the Star Wars one, where we don't have our character stuff.
If you're coming in from Tuesday, you don't need to roll initiative at all, there, pal. It's still carried over from Tuesday night. I just need the Star Wars players to roll their initiative here, and then I will combine all of that together into a super initiative. I don't like having.
You want us to
manually?
Do you want us to just type out the rules all on the Star Wars page, or do you want us to actually roll on the Tuesday page?
You have already rolled for your initiative, right? On
Yeah.
Tuesday night? Yeah, you don't need to roll anything. You're good.
No, I mean, but when we start combat.
All of your rolls are going to be on the D&D page, since that's where your character sheet is.
Okay.
And then same thing for the Star Wars characters, because I built one with 5e and one with Saga Edition. I couldn't combine all the characters on one page and make it work. So this is our clunky workaround, but hopefully it'll be fun. So there's.
It seems like it should work.
It should. So who figured it out ahead of time?
I think we figured out
Only
as soon as you put the map up.
I think I wasn't looking in the game. It's like, there's a lot of Tuesday people here. Yeah, yep, this is crossover.
when I read the Discord that was like leaked, I saw the phylactery was being given. I'm like, oh wow, that makes sense.
I have not read all of that. I was like, I'll read that later. And, oh, so much that.
Oh, there's so much detail in that.
Busy work day. Busy work day.
Oh, for
Sasara
sure.
told me all that, but I'm still lost.
Yeah, there's I think Mike posted that he understood 1% of it in his way of speaking, and I think the only one who would understand the most of it is possibly Justin, who's been involved in all of the campaigns that were aforementioned and has always been heavily invested in the Star Wars campaigns. So he might piece together a lot more of that than some others, but a lot of it's going to be evolving here in the coming weeks. Okay, so I'm not bouncing back and forth between Discord and Roll20 here. Can we get a call out for Tuesday's initiative, and I'll add them in one at a time? Like, who was at the top?
R was at the top with 2709.
No, for Tuesday night. The one you
for
tracked.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me go over
Arm
there.
Ripper
Sorry,
was at
I
the top,
misunderstood
but I
you.
don't see anything.
Arm Ripper was the top on Tuesday.
Alright, so
Yeah,
let's
I'm
get...
getting there right now.
19.15.
He had what?
Is that
19.15.
19.15, okay.
Yordle with 18.16.
Yordle, 16, okay.
Amphith with 17.02.
17.02, got it. look at
Twinkleberry's Nodsworth with 16.22.
Nice. Just copied it over and posted it.
Yep, in both of them.
Oh, super cool.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Thank
That
you,
works a
thank
lot
you.
better.
Right?
Yeah.
Not that I don't enjoy the sound of your voice. 15.05.
That man's working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way I could do that. I gotta do this all manually. There's no smarter to it whatsoever. I sat for so many hours like, how am I gonna do this? How's this all gonna combine? Tiny hand green. Fuck it. Draco,
So is-
mother.
I'm guessing this is why we just jumped up to 5.
Yes, indeed.
Because 1 would not have lasted very long here.
Oh, certainly not. And even 5 doesn't represent a fair challenge, but I figure with the amount of bodies on the field and the evolution that's to come in the weeks here, we'll see just what we're looking at in this respect. Okay, so we got Ari with a 9.15. Okay, so now I need a new initiative for, on my side, just the dragon. Otherwise, everything good. And I'm going to have to do that over on D&D.
Yeah, you'll have to put the dragon on the map as well in there.
Oh yeah, it's on the map, but it's still on the
GM.
ghost layer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a surprise for last session, but I didn't want to bring it out too early. I don't know. If
Double
it's
surprise.
exactly in the same space, but comparable. I can certainly adjust accordingly. It's a little difficult out there in the open field. Okay, so let's get fantastic, and yeah, this side will be a lot easier because most of the initiatives are rolled. And what we have here is indeed a blue dragon, a young blue dragon, perhaps a disciple, a hopeful Dracolich to come in the years ahead.
Oh, so not a friendly-looking dragon?
Oh, hell no!
I was hoping to ride him to get high enough to fight the other one.
Oh no, it's a blue lightning dragon. I was taking that shit.
Ride the lightning.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and then from, let's see, on the other side, I know Carr had, what, a 27?
27.09, yeah.
2709. And then, who was next over there?
The turn order's all out of order for me. It's just a little weird looking.
Yeah, it didn't really,
Oh, looks like, yeah,
Or
okay.
It looks like Arm Ripper.
Okay, so Tress. From the 4 on Star Wars side. Tress got a 17. Then Voth, a 16. AD with an 11.
Oh, and I guess Nisha needs to roll for them.
For both characters, yeah. That should be the last rolls that we need, just the 2 for Saz. Are you back with us? No Saz yet. Hopefully he doesn't roll the highest initiative. Okay, so that's sorted. That is sorted. Let's go back to Tuesday night to make sure that also looks good. A lot of finagling going on.
Still can't move the tunes on that page.
Let's see. Yeah, Tuesday. Need to make that adjustment now. Who
Yeah,
cannot
can't move
move
Carr.
on Tuesday?
Mythwolf.
I can't.
Okay, so there's Grant.
a skeleton cannot move yet.
Gotcha. I had it all set, but then I added another element to the map and just copied the whole map over, which fucked up all the token settings. It was easier
I
on the
can't
map.
move either.
It was harder on the tokens.
Do you still need Summer Girl's initiative as well, I think?
Yeesh.
Yeah, and I
Unless you
can't
just-
move either.
Unless you just want to give her Greenlock's initiative.
Maybe she'll get better.
That's fair.
You can move Tress, but not Ari on the Tuesday map.
I guess the question is, am I coming back next Tuesday or the next Tuesday session to do this again?
Well, that's the thing with the open table games. I mean, our evolution is already, or our system is already set up perfectly to allow for this kind of integration. That if characters want to show up, then great. If they're unable to, then that's how it goes. Our story is certainly going to be a little interesting on Tuesday and Thursdays while we still have the same scene going on here.
Yeah, I think with how you're doing every other week, I can probably swing it for a bit.
Cool, cool. Well, let's see. Okay. Tassara cannot move your character?
I couldn't. Let me check.
Is
On
it
the
on-
D&D,
Yeah, you should be able to on D&D. Okay, and then here on Star Wars, now you should be able to. On the Star Wars map, all of our Star Wars characters can move their tokens, right?
Yeah, I just can't on the D&D side.
On the Star
okay,
Wars,
cool. I can now.
on the Star Wars map, can all of our D&D characters move their tokens?
Yes, I am good.
Okay. So it's the D&D side of the map that our Star Wars characters on the D&D map. Can any of you not move?
I can't.
Let's see. There we go. Let's give for Mike.
I lost control of Tress on the Star Wars map.
F. I finished the Star Wars map.
I can move on the D&D map, but not the Star Wars map.
F. I finished the Star Wars map. What's happening here?
I'm good on both sides now, so you got one down.
All right. We're gonna try again. Is everybody good on the Star Wars map?
Yeah.
I am now. It's just slow.
Alrighty, so back to the D&D map. Are any of the Star Wars characters unable to move on the D&D map? Car, AD, Tress, Voth. Alright, and then
All good.
Tassara can likely move up there on D&D, right?
Yes, I can move everywhere. Thank you.
Excellent. So then back over to this section. Is there anybody on the D&D map who cannot move over here?
Okay, guys haven't been able to hear me. That's the problem. We're ignoring me.
You
I'm
have said
good.
nothing.
Dude, that's happened so many times. You should know by now that if somebody doesn't respond to you, then your mic is like on mute or something.
Okay, well, no, I had to switch it off of my mic and then switch it back onto my mic. Anyways, I cannot move on the Star Wars map.
Motherfuck!
I've told you like 8 times already.
No, you didn't. You told yourself. You told yourself.
I did.
I am not responsible for what
No, I
goes
got it.
into the ether that I cannot hear. Okay, so
I'm good
I
to
gotta
go.
get. I got 4 now. Usually I have 2 maps. Now I have 4 maps. So this is really gonna be interesting. I think first and foremost, salute. And alrighty. So our first initiative. I mean, you are way the hell out over here, and not to mention that you're playing in a system that uses meters, and they're playing in a system that uses feet. So how the hell do we do this? I don't know, dude. What you want to do?
I assume since I have a speed of 6, that would be 6 squares.
Correctamundo.
Squares are a good unit.
Yeah, it's universal. Just all right. So we all just came running out the cargo hatch, right?
Correct. The ship is obviously in need of some repairs, and if for no other reason, all of you just had to get a look at what the hell is that thing?
All right. I'm gonna immediately run back in the cargo hatch,
All right.
and I'm going to go and find the guns that I stashed away that I looted off of everybody.
Alrighty. Those blaster rifles from the Rhodians.
Yep, I have 2 blaster rifles and 3 blaster pistols, and 9 power packs on my person.
Very cool. Sounds like you should grab a duffel from inside the ship and, yeah, just shoulder all of that. And that's, in 5e mechanics, that's going to consume your movement and then your free action that you get as part of that movement. You already had everything kind of stashed for an emergency grab.
Alright, then I guess I'm going to do some sort of dash and just keep on moving. And gonna run out into the field towards where the fighting is.
Alright. Yeah, it certainly looks like there's some heavy shit going on out there. A whole freaking team of people fighting this thing. And as you start trekking it towards the riverside there, we've got Blaze, who is on his flying carpet. And wait a minute, before we officially get underway, we still need to get Terry and Saz's initiatives. Otherwise, we're going to go through a whole sequence here, and neither of them are in here. So Terry, go ahead, roll yours. And then Saz, we need you to roll initiative for both your characters.
Okay. Sort of a delay, by the way.
Just because, since Summer Girl has haste, could she have initiative or advantage on her initiative?
I think so.
It's already high, but why not make it higher?
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm looking for initiative on the other one. What do I roll for? Where is? Sorry, I'm juggling two sheets. So I gotta find the on the Star Wars one real quick.
Take your time with it, man. I'm juggling 4 pages and 30 character sheets, so no need to rush through your 2 character sheets.
Okay.
So we need to get you. Oh no.
Okay, so where is initiative on the Star Wars sheet? Sorry.
Star Wars players, can you help him out?
I guess that's a no.
Oh, I think that was Whip. Whip literally just sent me a text that said he thinks they're about to lose power because his lights were flickering.
Oh shit!
And then
I hope they'll be okay.
yeah.
Sorry, you're looking for initiative on the Star Wars side?
Yes, please. Thank you. Sorry.
It's at the top of your character sheet, a little below your base attack bonus.
Ah,
on
okay.
the right side.
Thank you.
Terry, did you want to roll a second initiative there to see if you can get better?
Oh, sure. Just 1 second.
Since we're merging Tuesday and Thursday, Sarah offered her inspiration to anyone playing tonight, if that would apply now.
That certainly would. Holy crap, natural 20 on the initiative. Look at Summer Girl just all of a sudden
yeah.
like, sorry, Brad. Sorry, Brad, you gotta wait. I'm going first.
Oh,
I'm used to it.
I got those rolls done.
Okay, I gotta do a little manual adjustments here. There. Okay, so on the...
Oh. By the way, this is friggin' metal. This is cool.
Oh, thank you, man. This has been a long time coming. Long time. This was initially planned to amaze a group of 8 people I've been gaming with for years, so it's truly amazing to be able to bring it to an audience of upwards of 200 people here on the Twitch stream. Not that we have 200 people watching, but I have 200 followers almost.
Hey, Jasara, see if you can get that bony bitch to come down a little bit.
Okay, so I've got that, and then what did Nisha get for initiative on Star Wars side?
He got 13.04, and a farm got 4.13.
13.
So Ironically, the numbers will switch.
I'm gonna ask you again for a farms here in a moment because I'm on the D&D page, so I've got that one.
Sure. That one was.
It's a lot to keep straight. You're doing a great job.
Oh yeah, you're doing good here, buddy.
I'm disappointed it's taken me like 30 minutes already to get us to this point, though. It was supposed to be a lot more efficient. Okay.
I can't even keep my pages in line, so it's all good.
And then what did let's see, Tassara got a 22 initiative.
22-15.
Yep.
22-15.
And it looks like Arm Ripper dropped out of the Tuesday-Thursday initiative for some reason. And there's 2 Tassaras.
I just take over everything, y'all.
Yeah.
Later.
Again, I'm used
Arm
to
Ripper gets no turn.
Okay, and then yeah, what did a farmed get?
He got check. He got 4.13.
All right. We have initiative. Hey, something happened. Thank you so much for the gifted sub there, Epileptic. How high is the dragon? Almost as high as me. It also got knocked out of its positioning by the laser cannon blast. Thank you there, Fringe. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Okay. So
Happy
Star Wars page. We got Car's turn done. So now we're gonna switch over to the Tuesday page. And
Tassara was all like, "I'm twice the man you are, Arm Ripper," and took my spot.
And then Arm Ripper is somehow, lost his turn. Also, what the frick is happening? Oh, I'm on the wrong damn thing. Yep, see, juggling 4 maps. This ain't working.
It's pretty badass, though.
Sorry, friends. We're gonna have to return to our respective games. I can't do this. Okay, so we have 1 Tassara, and now we have 2. And now look at that, we have 2 Arm Rippers.
We can use these 2 rippers, right?
Hell yeah, dual wield. A farmer can carry one in each hand and swing them like clubs.
Okay.
You got the sea dragon? I brought the temporal copy. Yes. And I've also brought his temporal copy as well. Let's go on, Rippers. Ah! Why do I have this accent suddenly? I have no idea what's wrong with me. My vocal processes must be malfunctioning, Captain.
Let's see, Terry, your turn. Welcome back as Tassara, and boy, do we have some stories to tell you about your experience at the donjon. Just to, sorry, one last delay here. I'm just so excited about all of this tying in. Sunday, Group 4. It is our Sunday afternoon game. Those characters are tying in directly to what's going on with Tassara. So if anybody's interested in seeing the exact story of that, it will be coming up this Sunday.
Ooh, yeah,
or is it next Sunday?
Watching that one. I'll be watching that definitely.
So my story's playing out in Group 4?
Yep, your story is playing out with Sunday Group 4. A bunch of people you've never met in or out of game. This is all coalescing in ways that I needed the 4 extra Sunday tables to really kind of make it make sense. It's that epic of a tale.
So if I have haste, does it affect my speed? I can't remember.
Yeah,
it's late.
It
doubles
your speed.
Doubles my speed. Okay, cool. Then let me check some
also,
measurements.
The new folks were offering up new weapons. If you missed it in the chat.
Oh, yeah. I did.
So
if you want
they
a blaster
were
rifle.
saying, here's a blaster rifle for people.
No shit. Wow, I want one of those.
Does that mean I can do an axe in one hand and a blaster rifle in the other?
You'll have to drop down to a one-handed axe, but fucking A, you could.
You have a 2-handed axe.
Yeah, but there's 2 of me.
Oh, yep, that's right. You think this is the real Arm Ripper? It is.
So add the blaster rifle. Do I add it from the compendium onto a D&D sheet or a Star Wars sheet?
You're gonna want to add it onto
I also
your
got
D&D
3
sheet.
blaster pistols, so one-handed things.
Does this mean that the farm also gets a gun?
He could. I mean, guns have already existed in the D&D open table games. We
The
just
blaster
haven't.
rifle.
Yeah, we just haven't had people select them as often. Typically, you got to take that gunner feat as well to kind of get the most out of it. So it's a little bit of an investment.
It doesn't exist in the compendium.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's a Star Wars weapon, it does not exist in the 5e compendium. There is a laser rifle or something like that, but it's not the same. For ease, I would say just take attacks with your existing bow, and we can adjust the damage to be that of a Star Wars blaster rifle after the fact.
Okay, that sounds cool. And I'm gonna do some quick
Yay.
measurements really quick.
Could I have a particle beam cannon instead of just a regular rifle, though?
Fucking A.
Yes!
Pretty
Did
sure
the dragon
Justin's
get
got one of those.
knocked down, Tom? By the way,
Oh, yes. One
because he
die,
was at 200 feet.
one die 60 feet. 40 feet.
So he'd be at 160 feet.
Could I get that +3 whip?
So would I list that as
From
an
the whip.
So would I use that as an arcane cannon then? Or a regular cannon?
I guess either or. Could go either
Arcane
way.
cannon it is. Once I can, figure out how to add it.
Well,
the
of course we
compendium.
gotta.
How do I add?
You are 200 feet away from them.
Correct.
But
Yeah, it's all hypothetical at this point, as the people giving out the guns are over here, and it's not that they have a particle cannon; it's just that they do exist in this setting, so you could feasibly get your hands on one.
So then, how does add? I forget.
No worries, we'll take care of it on your turn.
Okay,
She
yay.
grabbed a blaster rifle.
All right.
Yes,
I
alright.
assume I
I'm
gave her a
gonna-
power pack to go with.
Okay, I'm gonna do a Zephyr Strike as my bonus action.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, and then I'm gonna hit it with my. I think I'm gonna do my longbow 3 times here.
well, you have the blaster pistol, which is way rifle,
Yes,
which is way
blaster,
more
Right.
blaster rifle. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. We're just going to use this attack block for it, and then adjust
And
the
Zephyr
damage
Strike gives you advantage, doesn't it?
on
Yes.
the first strike, right?
Yeah.
That helps. So all 3 shots are a hit. We're going to disregard the damage entirely. Roll 9 die 8 for me, Terry.
Do I need to type that in because I don't see it on the little thingy? What do I type in for that?
Is /R space 9d8.
Like that. I didn't mean to actually roll,
Hey, your damage sucked.
but I know, right?
There
a little
we
better
go.
there.
A little better.
Plus your dex, right? Plus her dex.
Exactly, and then I'll take the miscellaneous. All right.
So whatever your dex bonus is, yeah.
Well, those shots do indeed land solid on the dragon, way the hell up there at 160 feet. But yeah, these blaster rifles got some range to them, and they can be particularly effective when you're not wearing a stormtrooper helmet with them.
That's awesome. Oh, and I'm good. So that's it for me.
Cool. Sorry, I'm getting all these. I'm like an hour plus behind on all my Discord messages here. I just noticed I had like a 7 icon on the bottom of one screen. Like, oh shit. Sorry.
Don't forget to move your character in the Star Wars page as well.
Thank you, because I am like my brain is not working for this right now.
I'm only playing one character, so I can kind of help poke people.
All right, and we'll stay here on the Tuesday page and keep it with Arm Ripper, who was, I think, about 60 feet up. I'm not positive.
60 feet up.
That's what it says, yeah.
Nice.
Not a strong broom.
100 feet down from it. You're getting closer.
It's at a. Did you roll a 6?
So
Or no, you rolled a 4, so it was 40. So yeah, 160 feet.
I put the laser rifle on, but it went into like my bag, not like I could click on it to use it. So I just roll a 3d8.
Not at this point. The people passing out the weapons have not yet made it to your section of the field, so you're still you're
Just
still
kidding.
limited to
Damn
the equipment you got, buddy.
Do you think I could throw a javelin that high?
I doubt it. I don't think the
I'm
range.
really strong.
Yeah, I don't think the range is anything beyond 30 feet or so, maybe 60.
So I'm stuck with hurling insults again.
Right. Continuing from Tuesday, but progressing on Thursday, so you don't have. It's progress you're making towards next Tuesday around. Let's see.
All right, I hurl some insults and flick it off.
Oh, you know what? The javelin range is 30 and 120, so you could throw it and try to hit it. You're just at disadvantage for doing so.
That's
You'd
better
have to
than
move up
insulting it.
though. You'd
Yep.
have to move up.
Yeah, definitely move up. Get up to your 90 feet, and
Okay.
then once, especially once you close within 30, your javelin attacks will then be at normal. But at least for the time being, you've got some kind of damage potential.
I don't know how to move my character higher. Oh wait.
You change the elevation.
Yeah, and you can do that after you make your attacks. That's kind of a superfluous detail. And I was gonna make my javelin attack, but then I got high.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Now I'm rolling ones, and I know why. Hey, at least he didn't roll a 1. I would have felt terrible if he had. Hey, look at that. Even at disadvantage, a 21 will hit. And Arm Ripper is dishing out a little damage here. Oh, damn. You know what the extra pain in the ass is? I have to track the hit points of this thing on both fucking pages. I better do that each time, because otherwise the hit point total will be higher on one, and you guys won't be getting
Now, is this one of those dumb boss mechanics where you have to kill him at the same time?
You gotta turn the key simultaneously.
They're on different sides of the Spider-Verse, so it's fine. So yeah, a javelin attack, a second javelin attack, and then I guess I'll move back a little bit.
Alright, well the second javelin is also a successful strike. I think you used all your movement to climb up to 90 feet though, so...
Okay, I'll stay where I am.
Cool.
My intelligence is not that high. Come on.
Oh,
And
good,
again,
buddy.
Move your character on the Star Wars
Reach
page.
into the choir. Trying to fucking do math here now. Not ideal. Wait a minute. Bad math.
You know what? Good luck. I can't even keep my pages straight. So math's not a thing tonight.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm tracking the dragon's hit points accurately, because that would be bad.
I can't.
You could just knock a few hundred off.
I can't get the cards to get smaller so that I can manipulate the character because he's now hiding behind the character cards.
Oh, on the Star Wars page?
Yes.
Gotcha. Click your gear icon on the top right above the chat log. And then open your audio and video tab. and then click Video Display, and change that to Names Only.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
That fixed Tsara's problem too.
Nice. Yeah, as you get more used to Roll20, that'll be like one of the first things you do when you log into a new page is just, you'll see only your icon there, but that's large enough to take up enough of the screen. Start just removing those down to names only. Okay, so we're still on the D&D screen here, and it is Yordle's turn.
Yordle's gonna do all he can do and fire that longbow. It'll be disadvantaged though because of the range.
Alright. Oh shit.
Yordle doesn't actually have an initiative on the D&D page, but it's okay.
Gotcha. That's weird, he's not on the D&D page. I did notice that my dragon, though, didn't get initiative on the Star Wars page.
Yeah, he doesn't need it.
He had, I did update it in Discord. He had a
13?
12.1.
Yeah.
It was just before I did.
Okay. Use that again on Star Wars side. There we go. That's very strange, because I do have Yordle as an initiative here on the D&D side of things. But yeah, looking at the initiatives here, they are not lining up correctly. Roll20's like, what are you doing, dude? You got 4 pages open at once.
It's like we've never seen this before.
Yeah, because there's a whole shitload of initiatives not on the stream side of things. So hopefully at least you, the players, can see what's going on. If nothing else, the manual entries that I made will keep us accurate. But yeah, don't rely on what you're seeing there, maybe. Because, yeah, Yordle takes his shot. No good there. That will bring us over to Tress. She is way over here. And we're going to need to go back to the Star Wars page now. And also move the map up to that spot. Alright.
I think Tress is just going to use her turn to move closer.
More than likely, Star Wars crew is probably going to be doing a lot of move and long distance firing, if anything.
Yeah, I think that'll be.
And just remember, Star Wars crew, you've been hired to transport a phylactery to this Dracolich here. Oh wait, that's going to be the Sunday G2 group. No, just kidding. It's so convoluted! Okay, so now we will move it back to the D&D page. And... it is Amphith's turn now. For some reason, not appearing on the player side of the initiative.
Yeah, I got Amphith on the Star Wars page going next, and on the D&D page it says Voth is going next for some reason.
Yeah, and then after Voth is Nisha, but
yeah.
even
Twinkle should be going on 16.22.
Exactly, it's Amphith, then Twinkle, then Voth, then Theron, then Nisha, and then the dragon. So it's missing 2 out of the 4 initiatives here.
I'd probably just watch the Star Wars one. That looks more accurate at this point.
For sure, I think because I had to manually add all of it.
Yeah.
For some reason, manually adding to the existing initiative in D&D kind of effed things up. So, what you thinking there, Mr. Daly?
Well, my carbine doesn't have the range to make it to the to the dragon, so I'm gonna go over to Carr.
Hold on, buddy.
What's that?
Hold on. Amphith. Not Voth. It's Amphith's turn right now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All the way over here on the D&D page. But be ready, because then after Dawn's turn, which is right after yours, it is Voth's turn there.
Okay. Am I close enough to throw my trident at it?
What is your current elevation?
Says 70.
70. Oh, you'll need to move. Trident's range is 20 and 60. So you can move up, and then, how heavy is your character? Is he over 200?
I mean, I gotta believe he is. He doesn't have armor, but he's a dragonborn.
Right, I was kind of thinking the same. So you're moving, same as Arm Ripper, 30 feet per round. So you can bump it up to 100, and then you are exactly in range to throw a trident at disadvantage.
Okay.
And then if that doesn't work, you can try some Hubba Bubba. Ba-dum. A natural 1. A 13. This poor guy, his character died in the very first encounter with the Dracolich like 2 months ago. And his character is still suffering from the resurrection penalties of that combat. If you're wondering what the -3 is on his attacks, he gets one of those knocked off with each long rest. And it's a few and far between with the long rests in these games. So we're looking at a pair of misses there, but fortunately the trident does return to your hands both times. And that will send it over to the source of the... Or was it Twinkle that cast the darkness, or was it somebody else? It was somebody else.
Me.
That's right, it was Grant. But yeah, go ahead, Twinkle, your turn.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slap on a greater healing potion. I mean the superior healing potion.
Okay.
For a 45 points of healing.
Holy moly! Oh shit, you rolled too much. 8 die 4 plus 8.
You know, I like 8 plus 8 better.
I was doing that for a while with one of my... When we were doing the Enemy or Gears Griff's guns, and we were having the big brawl between the players and the finale villains. And then somebody was like, how come your healing is so much better than ours? And I was like, oh, because I'm rolling the wrong dice.
All right, and then as my attack action, I'm going to Eldritch Blast him twice.
All right, AC 19. Woo! Damn, is anybody in melee with him? Because Grant got knocked off with the fucking laser blast. I don't think anybody's up there next to him, so no sneak.
I mean, he could use
No.
Do you have an inspiration?
He shouldn't need one, though. He rolled a natural 20. What's an inspiration going to give him?
Because it would give him an advantage so that he could utilize sneak attack.
Ah. Interesting.
Right? Or no?
Well,
I mean, it's the difference between
Actually-
3 points of damage and 19, 27, fucking 38 points of damage. 35 point difference.
I should have an inspiration from watching the movie today, right?
If not an inspiration, a hero point. If you didn't have an inspiration, then you got one. If you already had one, then you got a hero point.
No, I used the inspiration already, and then I
Cool.
watched the movie with you today. So
Then
now
yeah,
I get
that
an inspiration.
exactly. That
I'm gonna
refreshes.
I'm gonna take the inspiration so I can get the sneak attack damage.
Oh, garg. How high up are you?
I am 80 feet up.
Okay, so 2 for 2 there. 21 sneak on that second one. Thank goodness that doesn't apply.
Right.
God. Okay. Oops. No. This is the real hit point adjustment? I almost did this.
Wow.
Whoops!
Yeah, that would be a whoops.
That would have been a whoops.
And let me go back to the Star Wars page and keep these hit point tallies current. Thankfully, we're not getting a lot of damage on the Star Wars side of things yet. I think so far Car's the only one that hit it. Okay, so Star Wars accounted for. Back to D&D Tuesday. Is that EOT?
I'm going to actually go reduce my height a little bit because I want one of these guys to be the main focus versus me and my pathetic 32 hit points. So, yeah, so I'm going to go down about 20 feet, and that'll end my turn.
Alrighty.
Darren's not on the initiative table for Tuesday. He should
He's
be at
on it
15.
on the Star Wars side. It's kind of wonky.
Yeah, the Star Wars side seems accurate, but the D&D side is all kind of effed up since I made the adjustments. It's still accurate on my side, but it's not on yours for some reason.
Yeah, Ari's not on the D&D table either.
Right. Currently at a 16.1 initiative back on the Star Wars page. We are on Voth's initiative here, however. If the pages want to be cooperative. There we go. So now it is Voth's turn here, Sean. What you thinking?
I'm gonna go over to Car, double move over, and then I'm going to gonna use a swift action to grab one of those blaster rifles.
All right, that's my last one. Do you need a power pack too?
I've got some.
By my count, that was a single move there, Sean, so why don't you just take an extreme long-range shot at this frickin' dragon? Now that you're properly equipped and all that. Damn. Just off into the distance. Whatever. It was worth a shot. Okay, so that's Star Wars. Now we're back over to the D&D table, and it is Theron's turn.
Alright, so I fell on Tuesday, dropped all my hit points. I'm probably dropped that darkness spell because it's concentration, so it could probably go away.
Oh, good to know. I don't have to keep moving it around out of my frickin' face.
And then I will move to Yordle. Tell him I'm taking his broom. And then start climbing up into the air on a broom.
You're useless.
I mean, it goes 30 feet up.
Alright. All these big guys on the broom. We need to get some carpets of flying and make this airborne travel a little more feasible. 30 feet around ain't getting us nowhere. Can anybody call?
Brooms goes 50.
But if you're heavier,
he's
then it's
big.
yeah. We've got 3 big guys on brooms, so they're going so slow.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm like, we need some smaller carpets of flying, which I think have better weight restrictions and can go like upwards of 80 or 90. But yeah, so that's Theron getting on and moving out, and we're gonna go right back over to the Star Wars page then. And it is Nisha's turn over here.
Well, she's gonna try to get closer to that and then take a shot. So what's maximum range again here?
I'm not sure exactly what your range is, because Star Wars is playing in meters and D&D's playing in feet, so we're just kind of flubbing it right now and saying, take a long-range shot, and may the Force be with you. And don't forget, Star Wars characters, you got destiny points. If you just want to be like, fuck it, I'm critting this dragon. Crit the fucking thing.
Okay, he's moving to here, and then he's gonna take a shot at the dragon.
Keep in mind, however, your destiny points can also be used defensively. So if you get this dragon's attention in a bad way and it comes over and lightning breaths the shit out of your group, you can use those destiny points to be like, anybody else feel that? Yeah, me neither.
Okay. He's gonna take a shot from up here for better aim.
Nice. Take a little hop skip up to the front of the YT-2400. Damn! That is a near miss, but if you spend a force point, it is possible you'll hit. You're looking for an AC of 19, so you need a 2 or better on that force point.
So, real quick, with those points, what was the max for level 5? So I know how many to reset that to.
It should be 5 plus half your level, so I want to say 7.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Then yeah, I'm gonna use one.
Cool, cool. Nice! So we'll turn a miss into a hit. Focus on down over here for another 11 points of damage. That'd be great if it was like a 400-foot stun shot from a blaster rifle that was just those whoom, 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 whoom. Better still if the dragon somehow failed its save. It just fell from the sky from the same stun blast that took down a level 3 Leia Organa. Alrighty, so anything else there for Nisha? That's move, that's attack.
That's it for now.
Alright. Look at all these freaking people out here on the west side getting drunk in the middle of battle. Like, everybody keeps, like, pulling out something to drink in the middle of combat, too. The Star Wars characters are like, what the fuck are they doing?
This planet knows how to party.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, let me have some of that.
Alright, back to the Tuesday page, and the dragon's turn finally comes. Its legendary actions resetting after expending all of them very quickly last night. Actually, no, I'm on the wrong dragon here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is the baby dragon.
I immediately looked down on the turn order and saw, I was like, oh shit, he's in here twice. Oh, nope. No, they're not.
I think you spelled your other dragon wrong, by the way.
I don't think I did. Dragon, mother! Draco! Okay, well, let's see what kind of offense we're looking at from this beastie beast. Oof. Flying speed seems to be set pretty early on in the dragon's age here, so we're gonna scoot 80 feet. And this dragon is currently 100 feet high when it comes onto the map. So as we progress to the west, we're going to drop that down to, let's say 75. Let's make it 70. That's the only one I can reach at this scale on the map. And from there... out of range. Alright. Why not? Alright, the dragon is out of range for some of its effects and some of its magic, but other parts of its magic are perfectly within range, including the 3rd level spell Lightning Bolt, which has a 100-foot range. It's only going to be able to target Arm Ripper with this, but depending on the results of his dexterity save, we'll see how this goes. I do believe he's got some possible resistances against that as well. Advantage on dex save from, what is it? Unarmored
Instinctive
defense?
thing.
Instinctive
No, it's
pounce.
the feral
Uncanny
instinct.
dodge. Okay, dex save. We're gonna blast that one out. Oops, that's the wrong thing. That's the one I can't use. So, yeah, the lightning bolt spell, 100 feet long, 8 dice 6. The spell save is 16. So you're just a tad shy on that.
He would have advantage. Barbs have advantage on dex saves for things they can see.
Well, that's helpful. So, a crappy amount of damage that is incoming at you turns into a laughable amount of damage as you only take 10. 10 lightning. Zot. And, Asilatem, roll a reactionary wisdom save versus Tasha's hideous laughter, as you probably are just rolling on the ground in response to that pitiful lightning attempt. Your turn.
Alright, so clearly not a friendly blue dragon here. Back over here. He is well out of range of that.
There's a circle on the Star Wars map to help you with that HP.
For the dragon location.
Grazie.
I am going to take my broom and kind of move up over here, and we're going to be going as high as we can. Which would be our 60 feet. And 60 feet up would put him. He's at what? 140 or 160 feet right now?
Yeah, 160.
So he'd be within about 100. He'd be within 120 feet of me?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, looks like it.
So then we will go ahead and pull another star off my robe.
No!
What time of day is it, by the way?
Maybe like 3 p.m., 3:30.
Okay. Alright.
Ow!
Time for a long rest?
Well,
for me, yeah,
no,
usually. So I take
was
my old
asking
Mandos.
because my robe recharges at dusk. So, not dawn, but dusk. So if it was late enough, my robe might recharge mid-fight. So he gets bolted with a whole bunch of magic missiles there.
Oh, shoot.
And
One
that'll be
second.
my turn.
Oh, okay, cool. I effed up the hit points. I didn't track Nisha's successful hit on the D&D side, so when I went to release it on the Star Wars side, I was like, wait a minute, that's more than he had. What? Oh, shit, my bad.
What's happening? Yep.
Okay, and...
Star
Okay,
Wars
so
side, and that's my turn.
now it is the Dracolich's turn. Legendary actions reset. It rights itself in midair after getting blasted twice by the laser cannon, which, I don't know. think I'd have had time to consider what its response is going to be to that, but I like to wing it. So...
Just as a note, there's no flying on the Star Wars side, so
everything's just at ground level.
Yeah.
What the F? Oof.
So I mean, just have to use elevation on the D&D side.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't include the icons there. I certainly can at a later time, but it will not be relevant for long. Okay. So we're going to trigger this again, the Frightful Presence. Anybody who has not rolled a save already needs to roll a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened of the Dracolich for 1 minute if you are within 120 feet of it.
Where do we roll that at?
It should be just to the right of your attributes. You'll see a column that says saving throws.
Oh, okay. My brain is just not cooperating tonight.
Oh, you're good.
Can you see when the air is the dragon right now?
I think I'm the only new person within range of it.
I was thinking so.
Or
maybe Tassara.
Yeah, Tassara. Well,
but I'm
no,
160 feet up, too.
Yeah, so I'd be the only new person within range.
Yeah, Armrip already made his save yesterday, or he failed his save, but he used his Indomitable thing, so he's fine on a Tuesday, I should say. Summer Girl is not yet in range, so no need to roll. And
what
Westy,
was the DC?
It is 18.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about getting too much closer, so I'm good.
But your attacks are a disadvantage.
Oh no, magic missile!
Hey! Okay. Ow, ow, fucking table. I need a new desk here. This thing attacks me at every damn turn. Fucking hell. Yeah. I think we're gonna head over this way.
Did he drop elevation?
Did not. Okay. 79.2. Right there. Hey, look, I got it on the same on both sides. Haha. And at this range. Oh, fuck yeah. Dragon is going to cast a fireball. And, hit the 4 of you over here. And that's going to be a little tricky mechanical crossover, as there are no saving throws on the Star Wars Saga Edition side of things. So dexterity checks will be called for with a bit of mechanical miscellaneous bonus for the transitional what have you.
Hello.
So Tress, Voth, Car, and Neat. Ow! Fucking hell! See this damn desk. Attack me again. Sean, you're rolling with Voth though, so it's a wisdom, or it's a wisdom check, not a wisdom saving throw, and then you won't have that -4 either. And it should be -3 now. I don't know why it went back to 4. Weird.
It's possible you only adjusted his attacks, his attack modifier, and not his
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Oh, I'm missing it here in the the side here. What's going on? We're still waiting for a wisdom check from Nisha and Carr and Tress.
Oh, wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom checks. Got rice checks, wheat checks, wisdom checks.
Corn checks are the best checks.
They are. I used to really like rice checks, and now I don't know if I can even stand them.
Gonna bump up that wisdom with a force point.
Goya. Oh, no wonder I'm not seeing anything. I'm fucking looking at the D&D table here like, hello. Okay, so I've got Tress, Voth. So Nisha, we're waiting for a wisdom check, please.
Well, first off, apparently a farm's off on the Star Wars map, and I can't move him.
We're looking for Nisha.
Yeah, I know. I was told that I need to move a farmed, and I can't move him. I figured I'd bring that up while I was here.
Okay. You make no sense, roll 20. The preferences are set correctly.
Yeah, Theron and the Yordle are both just one space too low as well.
Okie dokie. So we got that.
But after that, everything will match.
And yeah, the brain is starting to shut down on me a tad tonight as well. I don't know why I'm throwing a fireball and asking you all to roll wisdom checks, as it would be dexterity.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
It would be dexterity for sure.
You did say dex at first, and then you
and then you said a wisdom, and I was like, okay.
I think my wisdom shut. Yeah, I think my wisdom shut down on me. So yeah, we are like usually approaching the closing moments here. So this is normally about when my creative energy has run its course.
Okay, so I didn't need to use that force point on the wisdom because I had a 20 on dexterity, right?
Cool. So yeah, hold on to that.
All right, I'll just refix that.
All right.
Did Theron and Yordle need to roll that too, or no?
No, just the
no.
folks on the other side.
All right.
He's attacking the Star Wars people in the ship.
I guess I'll move a farmed for the time being on the Star Wars side. I can't figure out why you don't have control over it. Everything should be set for you.
And it's funny because I can move Nisha on the Star Wars on the D&D side.
Yeah, that's the easy one because there's no character sheet attached to it.
Oh well, it's solvable.
Exactly. Maybe it'll just fix itself eventually. Who knows? Okay, so Dragon moves over, casts a fireball. We've got, I don't know. The saves were good on the wisdom side as it is. You can re-roll if you want to. I mean, certainly good on Mike's side because he doesn't have to use the force point. But you all are good on your saves anyway, so let's just do half damage. So 9 points of fire damage, hitting the 4 of you right there. And then back to the D&D side of things. Man, this dragon's missing a lot of hit points. But that's going to be the end of its turn. It did a move, it did a lightning, or not a lightning breath, but it cast a spell. And then it would be our droid's turn. And yeah, upon seeing the fireball, we're just going to climb our happy ass back into the ship. And stay right there. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Whip was able to rejoin us after the thunderstorm or whatever's going on, so... Thoughts with you. May the force be with you, pal. Hope to catch you next time.
Can the droid operate guns?
It certainly has the possibility. if it can get the ship back online first. I'm guessing that's probably what he's going to want to be doing when he does return anyway, so he's in prime position for that. Ari, that's going to pass it over to you on the D&D side of things, and one more turn after this before we close it out for the night.
Ari's going to use action dash, bonus action dash, and movement to run after the dragon.
Alrighty.
And then after this, when the D&D Ninja runs into the Star Wars Ninja, and it's just like that meme with its multiple Spider-Men pointing at each other. And a farm just pointing at them both, because he's a little bit on the doopy side, so he's not quite sure why they're doing this to each other. And so he just points at them both like, ha ha, I'm doing a thing.
But he's also like, I sense we have a commonality, I just can't figure it out.
Indeed.
I feel the same hands pulling our strings. Make sure I'm on the right page here. I'm not seeing Ari move anywhere. I heard you was.
Moved on the Star Wars one.
Ah, no wonder. I'm watching the D&D one.
This is really cool, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I know it definitely bogs things down mechanically, but thematically, I'm hoping it compensates in other respects.
Yeah, plus, I mean, we're figuring out the hiccups here, and we've already come up with solutions. So, next round, I assume, is that Tuesday or Thursday, we'll be able to carry on with those solutions we've developed.
Exactamundo. And now that the initiative is already set and all of the tokens placed and everybody has control, that took like 30-40 minutes alone.
And even if we can't get the farm resolved on the Star Wars page, what we can always do is just, when I do a move with him, you just move him on the Star Wars side.
Exactly. Yeah, worst case, I can just control the token. Speaking of which, it is over to a farmed now for our last turn of the night with your lowly 4.3.
Did Ari finish her turn?
It looks like she... Move and
okay,
dash.
You just moved. Okay.
Okay, he's moving over to around here, and he's going to fire off all 3 Eldritch Blasts.
Oh.
And while he's doing that, so as an excuse for where he was on Tuesday, so you thought you could get rid of a farmed? I merely fell down a sinkhole. You can't get rid of me that easily.
That sinkhole.
I've climbed out of this that forsaken hole in the ground. Now, get you.
Are you level 11 now?
He is.
Yes.
He got the 50,000 XP from the Deck of Many Things.
Gotcha.
Yeah, baby.
It's fucking crazy.
Have some of this punk ass scum.
So I'm trying to find a sinkhole in my existing art objects. I cannot find one. But in the free Dungeony.com art objects, for some reason this... Wait for it. Oh.
Which window?
Yeah, exactly. It could be anywhere. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to get to see it. Yeah, apparently.
Oh, now I can move a farm. Thank you.
Oh, hooray! Alright, well, it doesn't look like it wants to populate, but there's a picture of a bald dude with a beard who's just going like this. And apparently this qualifies as a sinkhole. But yeah, otherwise...
You had a farmed in the right spot, Theron and the Yorlord just in the wrong spot.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. So let's see, while I'm diddling with that, that is a shot and a half and another shot, and all 3 hit for... Ow! Okay, 17.
Ninja's like, did his arms just fuse together into one giant gun and fire multiple shots? That was pretty fucking awesome.
And I'm
But
gonna
they
leave it.
turned into a gun.
I'm gonna leave it on Tariq's initiative here. On well, it looks like it's only showing up on my side anyway. But just in case, I mean, Tuesday is Justin's normal session, and I don't want to make him wait all the way till the end for his first
And
turn.
I did update both Tuesday and Thursday with him listed. At the
Oh,
bottom,
thank you. Appreciate that.
And I'll note that's where we left off.
Very cool. Oh, before I do anything in this respect, I'm gonna close out the turn orders. On...
Can I like mention one thing about this other dragon down here?
Uh-huh.
That if we don't like get the phylactery and we kill the Ultra Dracolich, that it's just gonna like reappear and like do its thing again, and we're gonna fight this dragon again. So FYI, we've been here, done that.
Let's see.
We've killed it 3 times already, right? And it just, I mean, yeah.
Well, you forced its metamorphosis. What is the 5e terminology? Its mythic transformation. By depleting its original form, which it never thought would happen. That was it. That was the dragon underestimating all of you when you depleted its original pool of hit points and forced the growth spurt and hit point boost. And then we dropped a layer on it, although it had a large hand in that as well, to be fair. And technically it's still in that form. It did not perish from having the building fall on it, although it was a horrible, embarrassing incident. No more embarrassing than fucking starting off with a natural 1 on its dex check while flying in open space and falling into the river. That was a wonderful... I rolled 3 natural 1s to start this combat off on Tuesday night, so that was a fan-frickin-tastic.
It had forgotten how to fly in air.
Exactly, and then it got blasted by a fucking laser bolt and lost more elevation. So it's in a bad space right here, right now. But we will definitely see how this concludes. And this is only session 2 of the Coalescence. There is a lot more to come with our other sessions and seeing how they tie in. We know that Colonel Starr is involved. We know that this Dracolich is involved. This Dracolich happens to be a companion of none other than Zas fucking Tam. We also have evidence of other campaigns that I have run in the past. Superhero campaigns set on planet Earth. Are mentioned in the Coalescence text that have been brought up. It's obvious that Star Wars is connected to this all as well, and to wrap it up, Enemir and its moon Asilia likewise have a big role to play in the Coalescence. So, a lot of plot details to go out there. If you happen to catch all of the multi-crossover comic book arc story, fan-frickin-tastic. If you only catch the sessions you're involved in, that's still frickin' awesome because the story's going to keep plotting ahead, and we will do our best to make sure that nobody gets lost in the details, as there will be a lot, and things will be progressing pretty fast as our groups come closer and closer to a first-time ever meeting of all the characters. So, for something like that, I do not think Roll20 or Discord voice chat will facilitate our individual needs, so our little example text play of the painting that a few of us did over the past few months, expect something like that in the near future, but on a much grander scale with I don't know if it's going to be like 40 or 50 players in there, but there's going to be a lot of details to discuss. And I cannot wait till we get to that point. I hope you all had a fantastic night tonight, friends, and I will catch you all tomorrow with Session 1 of Isilia. Have a great night, all.
Kills pissed off people in 2 realms. So
That's pretty expensive.
Oh, quick question. Are we doing this fight on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
awake?
Whoop, you're muted. Or did he leave?
No, he left because he's doing his Zen stuff over on the other
Yeah,
side.
yeah. He's here, but not here.
That was pretty badass.
That was. Oh, this is cool.
I think as far as the schedule goes, we have Monday's game next week. So.
Oh yeah.
So it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Monday, Wednesday week next week.
Oh yeah. But
You know,
then
2 weeks from now, I do think it would be Tuesday and Thursday.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to make sure on. I wanted to make sure that I had all the timings scheduled properly, so I wouldn't miss either session the next week that we do this.
Well,
'Cause-
yeah, that's probably going to be a bad date. I mean, it's 4th of July, so that's.
I think it's also going to be pretty interesting when Twinkleberry Snodsworth meets the goblins. The goblin trio is like, but there's 3 of you.
It's been fun, guys. I gotta go.
Yep.
See ya.
Catch you later.
Yep, have a good night.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Dan.
This was awesome. Good night, everybody.
I'm merging all the tables, and it's like, okay, so I have Monday, I have Glausha on Wednesday. That's like 5 characters for me if he merges all the tables.
Oh man, what if the final battle is literally just all of us in like the same room, literally every session in one big bulk thing? That would be kind of amazing.
That's what I'm picturing right now, and that sounds hella complicated.
Oh yeah, could be fun now, but oh yeah.
All right, I'll text you though.
You got it.